Thousands of Bay Area seniors and their families, including those who live in the Marin and the Peninsula, greatly benefit from the community-based not-for-profit Institute on Aging, also called IOA. We're fortunate to have with us today IOA's President and CEO, Dr. David Werdegar, and Communication Director, Janet Howell, here to tell us more about the incredible selection of programs available to seniors and disabled right here in the Bay Area.
Well, thanks, Peggy. Some 30 years ago, a group of doctors, nurses, and social workers felt that people who are aging deserved a little bit more care and support, and particularly as they grew old and frail and were at risk of having to leave their own homes. In those days, if you weren't able to stay in your own home, you would go to a nursing home. And they felt there should be some way of allowing people to stay in their own home, stay close to their family, stay in the community. And so they first devised an adult day health center where an older individual would come to a health center and spend the day, get health care, nursing care, join up with other older adults and socialize, do exercise classes, spend the day in a healthful and safe way, and then return home in the evening. And then programs broadened out from that original adult day health center. So we now have a variety of health centers and services, many of them strung out along Geary Boulevard in San Francisco, but also in Palo Alto and in Marin County. And I can tell you more about them a little bit later. And I'll tell you about our new senior campus, but I want to let Janet tell you some things.
Janet needs to tell, but before we get to Janet, very quickly, who qualifies to participate in the Institute on Aging?
Well, it's obviously directed at older adults, and question is who is old. You have to be 65 to get Medicare, so various definitions applied, and we really feel that anyone who considers themselves old can call up, and we certainly do have adults younger than 60. 60 is often a cutting off point, but who are disabled and who have many of the same needs as older adults, and so they can call and receive our services. I'd say generally 60 and on up.
And diverse and all economic backgrounds.
It's a nonprofit institution, and we want to provide care to one and all, so all ethnic backgrounds, all economic backgrounds. We have sliding scale of fees, and we try to make our services available to all who need it.
Oh, fantastic. And Dr. Werdegar said to Janet that there's a lot of interesting programs, and one of them that caught my eye was the creative program for adults, for seniors, elders, and the youth. Tell us a little bit about that program.
Sure. It's the Center for Elders and Youth in the Arts, and it combines elders as well as school-aged children to come together and find their inner artists within through various methods. One of the things in particular that stands out most is the beautiful quilts that they build. We actually have them displayed in a lot of our offices, and they're just absolutely amazing. And to also see the work that the seniors have done, I mean, it really takes their breath away. So
what a fantastic thing to combine the youth and the seniors. That just seems
if I can tell you something on that, we asked the older adults what they thought of working together with the children, the high school students, and they said, oh, this is terrific. We think we have a lot to offer them. You know, we're like grandparents to them. Then on another occasion, we turned to the kids and we said, what do you think of this program? They said, we're glad to be in this program because we do so much for those older adults. So it really, they each do reinforce and support one another.
Everybody was helping everybody else. And you have something that kind of reminds me of that, the friendship line. What is the friendship line?
The friendship line is actually the only 24-hour nationwide hotline that allows older adults as well as their family members to call in if they need just someone to talk to, if they're lonely, if they're depressed, or if they're just not certain what to do about their mother or father. The friendship line doesn't only just give you that one call, they follow up with you, where they establish a connection with you, so you always feel like there's someone that's going to be there. So,
that's fantastic. Is that, and they can call anytime?
Yes, it's a 24-hour hotline.
It's a 24-hour 7. And Janet mentioned one thing that's really unique about the program. It's that you can call in and get advice and reassurance and knowledge, but they call you back, and they call back and call back, so that they can really see that you're doing all right.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And that's why it becomes a friendship run.
It is. It's a friendship, not just a hotline.
Yeah.
So that's a huge difference. Now, you were talking about that people can get involved in this. They can volunteer to be part of this friendship line. Tell me a little bit about that.
We actually have a volunteer center dedicated to placing individuals in basically the right areas of whatever they're interested in. The only qualification is you just really have to enjoy working with seniors and older adults and being patient. So we have well over 40 to 50 volunteers at a time at the Friendship Line, as well as in our other departments. So you can call us or go on our website and you can see what opportunities are available. So
these volunteers man the telephone line.
Yeah.
They're trained to do it. They don't just go in cold, and they get coaching and training to do it. But that's how we maintain a 24/7 telephone connection with the seniors who call in and the seniors who we want to call back.
Well, you have lots of programs here. We're running out a little bit of time, so I'm just going to talk about you're a not-for-profit group. So fundraising is important, but what I've noticed from your institute is you do it in a lot of fun ways. Just, you got to touch on the cable car caroling and the heart dinner. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. Cable car caroling is, we're actually going on our 23rd year. It's December 6th, and what we do is we rent electronic cable cars and we go throughout the city. We visit senior centers as well as participants of the Friendship Line, and we carol to them, and then we reconvene at the Presidio Officers Club for a big banquet, and it's an event for people of all ages. It's really a lot of fun. The second thing that we do is around Valentine's Day. It's dinner a la heart, and we work with a lot of participating restaurants throughout the Bay Area, and people just come together and just have a great time, have a great meal and a great time.
Couldn't do it for a better cause.
Yeah.
Thank you both so much for joining us right here. You can find out more about the Institute on Aging by calling the number on your screen. That's 415-750-4111, 415-750-4111, or you can go to a website, www.ioa, or that's ioagene.org. Or, as I said, call the number on your screen. You can find out about all of the programs, everything you need to know.